rock, kid.
Yeah.
Now it looks like a proper Metal concert with all the
Okay, so the dwarf and the house servant fall 20 feet if someone wants to roll me damage on them.
Sure.
2d6.
2d6. All right.
They dead.
Yeah, 5.
Okay. So the dwarf is still alive. The human is dead.
8 for one of them.
So the dwarf. So okay, so you hit him with the sword. Everyone, there's a hush. Like, oh my god, and then you hear this. And you all kind of look around the door.
And there's a dwarf like, what's going to happen?
There's the steward has been impaled on the chandelier on the table, and the dwarf is like stumbling and trying to get back up. He's fallen near the stairwell.
Who are those
Leave
guys?
no witnesses.
Servant.
It's about 20 feet again.
Hey, cook! I need a meal.
Which one was the dwarf? Was that the cook?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we gotta kill the cook.
How about
We
that?
have too many witnesses. We have too many
Let's
witnesses.
get some food out of this.
How about that dwarf tossing day?
He just looks miserable. Okay, so you're done. Travis, you're up.
What is there to even
So, am I
dwarf.
orientated? What am I? I don't know. Am I orientated to myself?
A lot has
Am
happened.
I still hearing that ringing in my ears?
The Amber Alert is over.
And the dwarf.
It was
is
worth it,
alive,
though. It's really
and the witness
exciting.
That we just
The
murdered
dwarf
his
is crippled, right? He's like,
No, he's standing up.
yeah,
standing
I think
up.
we have to take him to the dwarf tossing contest, whatever that was.
No, we can just kill him so there's no witnesses, like Cody said.
I mean, we have
Yeah,
murdered.
he wasn't even a witness. He was in trance.
He can piece it together.
No, we can't.
That's fine. Cody's next. Cody will have him dead.
I'm not gonna kill him. I'm gonna.
Well, the good news for you, Cody, you gotta have a lot of corpses.
If I already have the max I can control at the moment.
Hey, cook!
Hey,
you got put him at all the skeletons.
Oh, help me! Help me! You have no idea the horrors we've endured. Please get me out of here before it gets worse.
Get
Okay,
some shade over there.
I'm gonna walk up.
Wait, no, it's still his turn. He's begging for help.
No,
Before we.
I'm pointing at Cody's army. That's your shade over there. Go over there.
All right, Cody, you're up.
Okay, so I go to the dwarf.
He looks wounded.
Okay, we bandage him up. With
Okay.
the skeletons.
Medical check?
Okay, medicine check with like a horde. So do we get advantage?
Nope. Are you? The skeletons are doing the medicine check.
The skeleton
He
animal.
is afraid of the skeletons.
He should be. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's see. Dr. Proficiency, I think I can do medicine. Let me double check. Skills.
Put on the list. Kill
Medicine.
bunch of
15.
kids.
A 15 is a good check. You've stabilized him.
Okay. We are going to try to, like, somewhat, without killing him, knock him out. I just knock him out. Knock the dwarf out. Can we do that or no?
Yeah, you can give me an attack roll.
Okay.
Strength.
Horde of skeletons.
Not horde of skeletons, you.
Okay, just me. This might not go well. I got a 1 modified.
So you try to hit him in the head and you fail.
Can someone else help me knock this man out?
He's like, you just bandage him and then you hit. Okay, so now what?
You can do it.
I attacked.
What are you
I
doing?
attacked
You
the
attacked the
chef.
dwarf.
I attacked the chef.
With your foot or your hand?
Both.
You have advantage because Cody's adjacent.
All right.
So Cody bandages the dwarf and then like slaps him.
Yeah, it's like a very pathetic.
I don't know the end goal. I don't know the end goal.
Oh!
Now,
Non-lethal. State non-lethal. State
No,
non-lethal.
don't stay non Just kill him.
State non-lethal. Please, for the love of God, this is gonna be so funny. Please. It'll be so funny.
This better be fucking funny. If it's not, I'm never listening to you again. Non-lethal.
All right, so you smack him in the back of the head with your foot, knocking him unconscious.
Right.
Okay?
You're a fit nicer, Cody.
And we're out of combat,
Alright.
so we're out of initiative.
Okay,
So you've
after
got
that,
an unconscious dwarf, you've got a house, base of operations, you've got the instrument that you were retrieving.
Yeah.
Is this the plan?
Search the house.
Yeah,
let's
let's
started yet.
let's loot this.
Yep.
All right. So
Everyone, check the group
I'm
chat.
gonna erase his memory completely, and we're just gonna dump him in a random back alley.
No?
It was all just an acid trip.
Hallucination.
Ryan Cheesley.
searching the house.
Yeah.
The instruments all look very expensive.
Well, I remember I'm gonna pick up that.
Can we stop in the back of the
He has the instrument of the bard.
No, I have a loaded
She
cello.
has the instrument of the bard.
I have a loaded cello.
You have a loaded cello
full of silverware.
full of silverware, yes, in the downstairs cupboard.
Why don't
You
we
can
stop
take that.
Well, we have the bag of holding, right?
You have,
we
you
stuff
have
it all
two
in
bags of holding.
Let's loot all these instruments.
Yeah, they're worth a lot.
Yeah. Are any of them magical items?
They are not. But they're very nice.
We can sell it for a lot of gold though. So.
I mean, how are we taking the chandeliers? Like, how serious are we getting?
Why not? I mean,
We have an entire
Well,
moving
since there's
team.
nobody around anymore, I only got little silver. I'll take all the silverware now.
Okay, so you have like 400 gold in silverware.
Do you want me to write down the silverware or just the money he's giving us for it? Say how do you want to do this?
Just convert it all to gold. You guys will dump it as quick as you can. Do you guys want to steal things like really nice looking pipes and mirrors?
I'll take a
Yeah, things that are worth a lot.
Okay, so pipes and mirrors and other kind of nice things, you get another 300 gold.
Or the big mirrors.
Alright.
Alright.
Are these all
You got the
big mirrors?
instrument of the bards.
If we
There's some paintings that might be worth some stuff.
is there any anything of note beside and then
I
beyond the
keep the
gold?
signs
So
for
that's
the
about
school.
it. Well, I mean, the gold is in pipes and
Yeah, I know,
heirlooms
anything
and
worth
stuff like
the,
that.
That one side.
That's
Now, what
about
about the orchard and all of the?
How much
like,
about the? How much do we
Phyrexian
get for the
stuff?
instrument?
You think the instruments are probably going to be worth close to like 10 grand? I mean, you've got a lot of instruments,
So
like
will
a
we be able to sell
piano.
that? Will we be able to sell them?
Yeah, I mean, on
So how many golds?
Ravnica, you can probably unload
many
all
golds
this
are right
stuff.
now
Let's
for it?
figure that out when we get there.
Is there a-
But there's a lot.
Hey, I have two questions. Do we think any of the instruments are stolen from other people in the village, or are they all just random stuff from?
So you know that he comes from a rich family, and his family invested heavily in his musical education.
Okay, so it's
So it may have been property of the school.
okay. And
But
what
you
about
know
the-
that he's also in debt, and these instruments are worth a lot more, like, probably would pay off his debts.
What about the Phyrexian orchard? Has
Right.
that changed at all?
It has. The black, neon blue glowing goo has very much receded. In fact, there's very few traces of it even visible at this point.
Okay.
So
It
if we
appears to
looted
have mostly
everything-
gone.
Yeah, time to head back to the.
Actually,
is there any
the
more-
letters from last week.
Do you think that wheelchair's worth anything?
Yeah.
They're expensive, right?
We have to keep the wheelchair
Let's get the
for
kid out
a
of the
reason.
wheelchair.
I have a reason.
I want to take.
You need a wheelchair?
I have a reason.
You strap
Trust.
a dwarf and if you...
I'm not
Silence of the Lambs roll this guy down a parking garage. Was that in Manhunter or so? That was in Manhunter.
No, Silence of the Lambs is when they put him in. When they put Hannibal in the thing.
But remember it's the first one when Hannibal rolls him into the FBI parking
Yeah,
garage?
yeah.
That's the first one, right,
Oh
Manhunter?
no, that's the second one. It's the Red Dragon.
The Red Dragon,
It was the guy who made the
Tooth Fairy.
Yes, he had bad outcome
I
with the
think
Tooth Fairy.
we tie this dwarf to the wheelchair and roll him back to town.
We're going slightly
Okay, and then
We're
we sell the
framing the
wheelchair.
dwarf for murder.
Or framing the dwarf.
We
Why
only
not?
Had, they only had one sign for the school around that whole thing, but that one sign we walked into on the plan.
Sign, yes.
I mean, just take down that sign.
Take down the
go on
sign.
session, you know, go on
Yeah.
session.
And we head back to town.
Okay.
Hey,
So we
before we do that, I remember that. I just remembered that last week there was this mail that came by. They took up.
There's a lot of mail.
Yeah. So can we search the search for information?
Yeah. So in his study, which is on the third floor near the practice room, he has been carrying on a lot of correspondence with a lot of nobility in the area. So a lot of letters being written to people in court, encouraging them to send their children. He's writing them letters asking about how their sick aunt is doing and if their children are ready to come to the school yet. It looks like a lot of recruitment work is being done.
All right. So no corruption and no demonic connection.
But an insane amount of it, right? This is like your aunt on Facebook. It's just too much. Too much information.
But all local, not to Ravnica or anything else.
None of it
Give-
looks,
wouldn't
no
give us any
letters to the
information.
hells. It looks like real mail.
Okay.
Should we take the mail in just in case so that we can have the
Sure.
the
You got the holding bag.
a golden vault go through it so that they can find the connection to the hell?
Yeah. Take it. Put it in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, head back
Alright,
to town.
we go back to give the mandolin thing.
I have the one thing I have to
You're a
do.
zombie with a mandolin.
So, I'm gonna have the skeletons basically clean up any traces of us being there. Make it look like this entire thing was just like a horrible accident where the chef went insane and started killing
There's
everyone.
a lot of gore at the front of the house.
We have 24 skeletons. I'm sure we can clean it up within like an hour.
With a mop, you're gonna like go in the kitchen and get cleaning supplies.
We should make it seem like he got possessed or corrupted by demons, like he did, and then he went insane, following his new demonic masters.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to go for. Like the chef went insane.
Okay, the chef went insane.
We're trying to make
The
it look
dwarf
like
chef went insane.
Trying to make it look like that.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna do encode thoughts.
Okay.
And I'm gonna erase his memory from the past 6 months.
Good job, Professor
6
X.
months?
Wow.
Yeah, from like the past 6 months. Just
Alright.
doesn't remember it.
Before we leave, can I take a look at the spell circle that he found that turned him into a demon? So, see if I can analyze it with my arcane knowledge.
We have a solution.
You do?
Spell circle that turned him into a demon.
On the rooftop.
The demon
If I
cocaine.
remember right.
Right,
Oh
right,
yeah,
right.
his demon. Yeah, the
Oh,
cocaine.
by the way, I have a question. Now that it's all done, that demon cocaine I saw, was that the kids? Was that some of the kids? Did they get like transported to hell or something? Did I snort?
Children? Yeah, you may have. You may have. Does that change anything?
No. Actually, that makes me much more happy.
So yeah, you can explore
child souls.
I don't know, portal I think is a better word.
Child soul.
All right.
Of a
So
drug.
Arcana on
Yep.
that then. Or-
Okay.
I'm just gonna say what the plan
14
was.
plus a 7.
The plan was to knock your character
Right,
out,
so
chop the limbs off,
you
put them
think
back in the right order,
that it
and hope I
probably
get a good medicine
goes
check so I switch
off
them back
plane,
on correctly.
but you don't know
Alright,
where.
but that's the, how about that?
You also don't think it's currently active. In fact,
Oh.
you think it may have been inactive for a very long time.
Then we do some code thoughts to
Can
get rid
I
of
think
all
of
that
any way
memories.
to using my arcane
And hope it
knowledge
works.
to
Probably won't. You're just gonna have amnesia for
revert
like several days.
the effects on the my
That
currently
works.
demonified party.
That's the plan.
Oh,
It's
you're
not
gonna
work.
see if you can figure out a way to de-demon him.
Because he's got one. Do it,
He's
Cody.
gonna need like
Rock
a
and roll,
restoration
Cody, rock and
spell.
roll.
Okay.
At least, maybe greater restoration. You're not sure,
Yeah, I can't.
but
do
it's
that.
it's some kind of cleric-y stuff.
Yeah. What
We
are
have a
paladins
plan.
or clerics?
It's not a good one, but we have a plan.
Can I play us a song while we're figuring this out?
Sure.
I don't even know what to describe what the skeletons are doing. They're planting evidence and cleaning the crime scene.
Yeah.
Is that it? Yes.
They're dextering it. You brought up dexterity.
A 6.
You are not very good. I mean, you had a moment. You had a moment where you killed it, right?
That's a child you're telling that's trying to learn to play
yeah,
an
I'm
instrument,
sorry,
but she's not very good. That is rude as hell.
Yeah, pressing drinks here.
You find one of the children's songs that he wrote. It's for his mother's birthday. It's a beautiful song, and you're
Which
trying
is
to learn it.
Tomorrow.
Wow.
Oh.
He's trying to make us all feel bad.
I didn't kill any kids.
Alright, headed back to.
Right. So
I'm trying to
now
stop these happening.
on the walk back to town. So now we are going to do a different cutscene strategy to take us to the next heist, which is rather than going and getting a key and doing all of that, the party is now going to reflect back on the first time the two gang members worked together for the Golden Vault. So this next adventure, which is called Viderant's Vault, you guys are going to be role-playing in the past. So we're going to talk, you guys are talking while you're walking down the road.
Wait a sec, we didn't give the mandolin back to the.
No, you're walking back to town.
Okay,
So it's like a 4-hour walk.
okay, so we're
So
gonna do this
on
the
that
way.
walk,
Okay, gotcha.
you're gonna argue about what happened the first time you guys teamed up on an adventure.
Dylan got kicked out of the museum 50 times.
That was the first time you worked with Dylan. The other gang member, as you guys are walking back to town, starts giving you crap when you start saying that gangs are all run from in prison, and she's like, "Well, you remember the first time we met?" And you're like, "I remember it." She's like, "Well, you remember when I did this?" And you're like, "No, that's not what happened." And so, as we role
They're gonna be
play
level
this adventure,
down. Is that gonna
no,
happen?
same level, but not tied to the kind of demonic subplots, hell and Hades subplots that we got. More of a reflection back. So as you role play, the goal is to tell the story in the past tense
right,
rather
well,
than
here.
in the present tense.
I'll just ruin it for you right now.
Okay.
I'm the adult. She's the child. She's wrong.
Okay, yeah. And that's the kind of energy we need in the story. So the story was, you guys were hired by the Golden Vault to break into a vault to retrieve a dwarven crown.
Okay.
Further backstory is,
You got the assist.
you were hired by a dwarf who was the member of a crime family. He ran a guild. He, as a dwarf, was kind of the brains of the operation.
Right.
The woman that he worked with, the elf, who was the break-in, she was the cat burglar type, he says betrayed her when they got to the crime, when they stole the crown. She escaped, the guards arrested him. He was able to use his connections to get free of the guards, go back to the guild, and now he is basically working with his thieves guild, who you know, right? You're familiar with this guild?
Yep.
The name of their guild is...
Are we recreating?
the Silver Fingers.
Yep.
So the Silver Fingers, which is a guild you've worked with in the past,
Yeah.
are basically hiring the Golden Vault to go get this crown that a member of the Silver Fingers hold and put in her vault.
Right.
So in a town, she has a building that is secured. There are about 12 guards. You guys have been casing it for a day or two. 12 guards in here, high security, lots of rooms, sorted out by room. So you've seen them bring in gems, like crates of gems that are being stored in here.
Is this gonna be like the Puss in Boots movie?
Yes. Which Puss in Boots movie? There's only one?
There's two.
Oh, I only watched the
I'm pretty sure there's 3 actually.
There's three. Someone decided they should make 3 Puss in Boots movies.
Wasn't there also a show?
I mean, the
Yes,
answer's
there
still
was.
yes, but I just need to know. Okay, so now you need to tell me what your memory is of how you guys decided to break into this vault. And then other players are going to correct and guide that
Are we ever gonna
memory,
get
and
to
then
use
we're
the
going to
team?
role play through the encounters.
What?
Are we ever going to get to use?
So you're arguing with him about what happened.
So we first started it by doing a Mission Impossible where you're hanging by the wire
probably right.
and being like pulled
It
down
would have been funny though if it all
to
went
try to get
horribly
this
wrong.
thing. But we have to set up this so to get on the roof and find a window. That was what we're doing.
All right, so he's arguing that you guys just walked in. You're arguing that you broke in as cat burglars.
I mean, we snuck in, but we didn't like
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible. It was more like a.
Were there multiple teams? Maybe you guys split into teams.
Yeah, I think we did. Or was that
All right, so you're the leader of the Mission Impossible team. Who's on your team?
Out of everyone here,
Correct. So you're the cat burglar squad.
cat burglar squad. Well, I have to pick the rogue.
Yes. There's another rogue.
And there's 2 wizards.
There's 2 wizards.
One of the wizards. I'll pick you as the wizard.
Okay, so you've got
Trace.
you've got Travis, Tyler, Glenn. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. So now you've got these guys. So 2-story building, balcony with 2 guards on it, roof windows. So there's like windows that are about 20 feet off the street. The street is in a business area. There's nothing around it. There are 3 guards that case the joint. So you guys need to come up with a plan on how you're going to get into that building. You can come in through the balcony. You can come in through the windows. You can come up with some other strategy. He's drilled holes
Puss
before.
in Boots where they like use the claw to like cut the glass.
Okay. And so cats climb up the wall,
We've done that.
cut through.
What?
We did that.
We did that
before
move before.
We've
Oh,
done
you
that move.
did?
Yeah, we can use it.
I wasn't here. Oh.
It's kind of our move,
But we
right?
know it worked because he allowed it to happen.
So I need a group stealth check, and it's gonna be a DC 15. No, and then the other team is you, Cody, and Henry.
All right.
You guys are planning to go in through the front door. So you guys have to come up with some kind of cover story about how you're getting in through the front
I
door.
have 0 stealth.
21.
Oh, we know the back door.
You don't think there's a back door, so I didn't print out the map for you guys this time.
14.
We can do Parcel Trace to seem like ubiquitous.
Basically,
like
there's a front door
team.
here. And then there's a balcony above the front door. There's guards here. There's patrols walking around the building.
How many?
There's at least 3 on the outside. You think there's about 12 guards inside. 2-story building. But the building is open to the public.
Yeah, we can just walk in and act like nonchalant.
Correct.
Yeah.
So the plan he's proposing is just walking in and acting nonchalant.
Oh, I was thinking like it would be like sanitation.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, well, like with the sanitation team, we got all the skeleton bones that I make like small chicken bones and stuff. So that's fake
You
human
mean chicken bones or strange plant growths?
It's just
Tuberous plant
any
growths.
just small stuff that's dead, just mixed up, or forming like an inhuman shell. Just
With
gross.
mold. Where do you stand on mold? Are you pro mold or funguses?
Yeah.
Mostly
It
plants.
depends. It really depends.
You know that? You don't need to use an entire skeleton, so you can just do it.
But if you were to
Like
build
random bird
a
bone just forming
evidence of infection, would you be willing to use spore creatures?
Yes.
Okay, so Cody, you have a bone-encrusted mushroom, basically.
Just like, no, I think it was like just filling like the sanitation bin. That's what like that. Like,
Okay, so how did the stealth... Let's bounce back to the break-in team. How did the stealth check go?
14.
14, you failed.
I am not
I
good.
totally failed. I got 9.
Okay.
Dexter.
What's that?
We were rolling for stealth. He gave us advantage.
I did it by casting minor illusion, create like a cat or something that creates a distraction, a noise, to draw the.
Okay, so you summon a cat. It meows, and a guard walks around the door, looks at the cat, and sees you guys climbing up the wall.
I said the opposite direction. From
Right.
maybe it's afraid of
There is a
cats.
guard looking at you guys. You're about halfway to the window.
Well, we rolled a stealth check, right?
Right.
I rolled a 13.
Well, I'm 9 plus 6, so.
You actually succeeded.
I got 21.
I said 14.
14. So 2 fails, 2 successes. So you are seen on the wall by one of the 3 guards outside. He just kind of looks up and raises an eyebrow. Can I
coughed
help
up a
you?
hairball.
What's
I
that?
coughed up a hairball and landed on his eyes.
Hairball attack to the eye.
Face,
So
yes.
he's blinded.
Okay, so that's actually just going to be an intimidation check.
That's my forte.
Let's go.
He's having a blast. I love it.
Nat 20!
Okay, so you guys are walking down the road and you're like, you guys didn't even break into the roof without someone seeing you. And she's like, oh yeah, we did, because when we were halfway up the roof, I vomited a cat. A hairball? What is a hair?
Hairball.
Is a hairball just hair that the cat's licked on? I've never actually seen one.
I don't want
It
to.
sounds repulsive, but I mean, it literally just shoots out of your mouth directly into his eye. He falls on the ground like, ah, and runs back the way he came, just grossed out. You guys climb up, cut a hole in the glass, and enter the building on the 2nd floor. So you are, I'm gonna say, you guys can't see the map at all, but you're here.
Okay.
You've entered this building, you're in this room. Let me give you a description of what you see. Oh man, I can't read shit.
You gonna read it?
Blind.
T16.
This building's a bank or what is it?
A vault.
It's a vault. Yeah, I got cover for what it's in our sanitation container.
What number is that?
Just the garbage can.
11B.
T11B.
Abstract Bulgari art.
Okay.
Here.
That'll be our
Good read.
excuse.
Okay, so you come through a window. It's a high window, so you come about 10 feet down. The floor is unbelievably high polished marble. So almost a mirror-like reflection, like crazy reflective marble. In the, I guess, south corner from where you came in, there is a spiral staircase leading down, and there's a hallway that continues. You kind of fell into a hallway that ends in this spiral staircase. The hallway goes 10 feet that way and then turns to the left, going down across the whatever would be the front of the building.
Do I sense any arcane traps?
Give me an Arcana check.
Wizards have high wisdom, right?
17.
Okay, so there are a lot of wards in the vaults. The one that is the most overpowering with a 17 is you know that teleportation magic does not work.
Okay.
And your assumption is for anywhere in the entire building. It seems to be coming from the floor.
Alright, so I don't suppose I can figure out using my arcane knowledge how to disable these, do I?
With a 17, you're not sure, and this is high-level magic. So this is probably not something you're going to disable quickly.
Well, I'll
For
inform
what?
everyone everything I know
For
about the
checking
arcane.
for traps. So he rolled.
Okay, so you guys land on the ground in your cat-like Mission Impossible pose. You see the stairwell this way. You see the hallway this way. You scan for traps. You don't see any.
1, 2, 3.
But you're kind of in a hallway.
Magic?
He detects magic.
A
lot of magic.
Yeah,
There's
I
at
can't see
least
anything, but something's defending magic.
yeah. The whole building is radiating, probably from the floor, a anti-teleportation system.
Oh, no. I don't need to teleport anyways. I don't use it specifically.
that disables one of my spells.
Back to the breaking and entering. So you guys open the front door and walk in. There is a guard sitting at a desk with a door behind him.
But do we know what vault the thing we're looking for is in?
2 doors behind him.
Right.
What vault are we looking for?
You think that things are sorted by type? Like you've seen them bring in like buckets of gems. You think that all the gems are going to be in one room. You think artifacts like art objects and stuff like that's going to be in one room. This is a crown or a diadem, like a woman's crown. So you're not exactly sure where it would be.
I'll try to like.
You don't think it's magical. You think the reason you were hired to get it is because it shows the conflict between the guild, right? The dwarf, it's part of his family. He was stealing it back from his family, so it's more personal with them, not magical.
So can I try to make some of the bones look like sort of like a crown of some sort? Would that be possible or no?
You're gonna make the bones into a crown.
Yes, like a crown of bone.
A crown of bones. Okay. Yes, you can have a crown of bones.
Okay.
Guard.
Yes.
Hi, may I help you?
We are here to deposit an item. It is an abstract art piece of a crown made by the Golgari Guild.
The vault is not open to the public. We have a very select clientele.
It's a donation.
You'd like to donate something to the vault. This is where people store their valuables. This is not a museum.
It's a donation to a
I
family.
could direct you to the local museum. They've recently had a tremendous heist.
I know. We are making a donation to a family. We should say that we are indebted to.
You're donating to a family?
We're donating to a family.
Don't I know you?
Hairball.
No, it's a third level spell. You're able to cast
D20.
You look very familiar.
Wait, do you know Bobby?
I did time with Bobby.
So that?
Yeah. I
How'd
thought,
you get a
what are
guard
you
of
doing
guard?
here? So far, every guard you've met has prison background.
Yeah, just like
What are you guys
hiding
doing here,
people
man?
who's
This is not cool, man. This is a safe facility. There's no trouble here. We don't need your kind.
You're my kind.
I've turned a new leaf.
Who says I haven't?
Okay, you brought. I don't even know how to describe these cat men with crowns of bone.
You specious now?
A little bit speciesist, and a little suspicious as well.
He's riding upside down in his fall.
I would
Trick privilege.
a little bit nicer.
Absolutely, no offense. Into I'm a little concerned. It's just a Wednesday. We want a nice, easy shift. Don't want any trouble.
It's open to the public. We can look around, right?
No. So this is the open to the public part.
what family is it that the vault is for? What family vault?
Vidurant.
Okay, we're just making a donation to some friends, the Vidurants.
I'm gonna have to ask you a local wizard about that.
We're hired to donate the thing. Good
Yes.
safe cultures here.
Do you have a letter? Do you have any?
I will pull out a forged letter.
It's about 100.
In the past.
Anybody else I know work here? Catch up.
I'm just minor illusioning like a piece of paper, doing like the telepathic paper from Dr. Who. I'm doing that, right?
Telepathic paper.
I'm doing the
Got
Dr.
a
Who
blank piece of
telepathic.
paper.
Pull it up. Make it appear to have like a letter of recommendation text on it. I'm doing the telepathic paper from Dr. Who, right?
Okay, so he looks at his blank.
But it changes almost immediately, like as it comes to him.
Why?
Because I'm using minor illusion.
Magic.
So you're minor illusioning a piece of paper to say what?
It'll just be like a letter
I am 12.
of acceptance for this gift, like just like a letter.
Deception.
Deception, okay. Does someone want to help me with this or
He
no?
hands him a letter.
I'm Carl.
No, like my group. Anyone want to give me a help action or
I have
guidance?
deception. I have a 5 in deception. Can I help him or no?
Yeah. You can do a deception check as well and give him advantage on it.
All right.
Okay, so
I rolled a 2.
nat 20.
Okay, so Cody, you hand him a letter and he says, "Oh, I'm sorry. Why didn't you tell me you had a letter?"
He had the letter. I forgot about it.
So all you had to do was show. You don't have to give me a hard time, man. Yeah, no,
Cats.
well, I mean, come on. This is a little bit much for a Wednesday. And who's this?
This is the muscle.
That's a new guy.
To make sure the package wasn't stolen.
Okay, so let me get some guys. They'll walk you back and have you deposit this, okay? And so he goes back and pushes a button on the wall. There's a bell. You're hanging out. Okay, guys that are upstairs. Is that exactly what? Is that how you guys remember it going when they broke in? That's exactly what happened. Cody had a letter.
It was a mess.
You guys in? Okay.
We barely succeeded, but somehow we managed to BS our way
You have a
past the guard.
hallway going north, turning west, and you've got a stairwell below you.
I don't mind going down.
Would an insight kind of help us
Yeah, I want to listen.
Am I
figure
gonna?
out?
Is it quiet?
Perception check.
Oh, 9 plus 6. Yes. So 15 plus wisdom. So 16.
Silence.
Silence. Quiet as a mouse.
Quiet as a mouse.
Why is it so quiet?
Because it's a Wednesday.
I don't think it should be that
It's
quiet.
Wednesday, my dude.
I don't think it should be that quiet. I'm suspicious of that quiet.
Somebody did the math. It's like dragons going crazy.
What day is today? What holiday?
Everything goes.
Holiday day? We didn't do that
In the
shit.
past.
And I don't know yet anymore. I have amnesia now.
Oh, I've got amnesia. Got it.
National.
Where would you like to go, Dylan?
12 and a half miles an hour.
Okay, so what is it we're trying to do?
You're trying to find a dwarven crown.
All right, I'm not familiar with this crown, am I?
No, you've had it described to you. It's not magical. It's mithril.
And we know roughly where it is, correct?
In this building.
Alright, just that it's in this building. Alright, do we know where the safe is?
You think the entire building is a safe.
I mean the place where they keep
vault?
their... the vault.
You don't. You only know where the building is. This is your first time inside. You don't have a map.
Is there a guard that we can kidnap or something?
He just listened for a guard. He didn't hear anything.
Okay. I guess I'll just follow along. Try to try and spot any arcane things or arcane magics around, or hidden stuff, anything like that.
Okay.
Preparing to.
There's a stairwell down behind you. There's a hallway in front of you.
7 donkeys if we're measuring by horsepower.
Which way do we go? What does the cheez-it god say?
Chief God says go down the hallway where all the vaults are.
All right, so you go about 40 feet to turn left down the hallway. The hallway goes on about 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 more feet straight ahead, ending in a door, and the hallway turns to the left.
I'll take a left.
I trust him.
All right, so you walk down the hallway, you turn to the left. It goes another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about another 40 feet, turns to the left.
Yeah, I'll start peeking around the corners before I also just start walking just to make sure.
All right,
Take the
hallway
left.
widens to 10 feet, goes another 20 feet, and turns left again.
No guards?
So you guys have like spiraled in.
Alright. I will go to one of the doors and put my ear against it and listen and see if I can see if anyone's rustling inside, like if there's a guard in there.
Okay, so you go in, you listen to the door on the left. So hallway went up, over, down, up, in, and then there's a door on each side on that final in.
I have a quick question. If I use a minor illusion, could that create like an illusionary, like a magnifying glass that I can actually look through and see magnified images, or no?
No.
I didn't think so.
What am I looking at?
You listen at the door, you don't hear anything.
She was not in fact chill. Is she in the hut? No, she was not. She came from the opposite direction.
Everyone,
You don't hear anything at the door.
Read the bones of the
I'll pick the
bone.
lock.
This is the most hilarious thing I've ever seen.
What's that?
I'll pick the lock.
The door is not locked.
It's not?
It is not.
Alright, then I'll check it actually to see if there's anything.
Check for traps.
Yep.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Sorry.
What are we supposed to be reading?
The heroine is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
17.
10.
17.
Alright, so you check for traps, you don't find anything.
Alright. I'll open it carefully.
I don't know if you really know this reference
That's
or
an
not.
old meme.
It's only mean, but I don't know if you really know or not.
Okay.
It's still fun.
You open the door?
Right.
Inside there are 4 large metal cabinets.
There's an NPC that says,
Alright, are they all locked?
It would be an adventure like you. I didn't take arrow to
They are locked.
I used to be
Alright.
an adventurer like you. Then I
real
took an
quick
arrow,
though.
an arrow to the
Am I
knee.
fixed? Like in the present, am I fixed?
Arrows to the knee.
And
Arrows
Yes,
to the
yes,
knees
you've gone back in time.
everywhere.
This is the first time you guys have ever met. You've now opened
No, I
the
meant
door.
I meant like in the present. Like I
In
know
the
this
present
is.
you're not.
Okay.
The present you're not.
Arrows
I
to
just
the
wanted to
knee
ask that.
first.
Alright, I will go up to the first metal cabinet.
Big giant metal cabinets, like 20 by 20.
I will check it for flat knife and check it for traps.
It is locked for sure. You want to check for traps?
Yeah, just
Check for traps.
Yeah. Before I start. 19.
It is not trapped.
And then I'll attempt to pick lock.
Pick the lock.
Yep.
DC 18 dexterity check.
Can I give him a advantage?
This is where I fuck up. 15.
Maybe next time you level up, you can take Shatter.
So you, okay, so the thing is, you check for traps, you didn't find any with a 19. Then you started trying to pick the lock. When you put your thieves' tools into the lock,
I should have picked the die up when I saw its position.
when you put your thieves' tools into the lock, a poison dart shoots out directly into your hand. You take 12 points, or 11 points of poison damage.
Alright, I take it out and then continue.
Okay, you keep picking it. You're able to pick the lock, you open the lock.
You might want to go to level 7. That's extra HP. That's extra HP in spells. I wouldn't say, yeah, if you take the level 7, if you're captured, you still get good spells.
Okay, inside the cabinet, there are shelves with vials on the shelves.
Where are the vials?
One of them an antidote?
Like, there's a lot of beakers balanced on the round end. There's 4 this is a lot of these, right? So you've got 4 shelves, you've got 250 very precariously balanced beakers.
I'll take one of the beakers and
Let's
knock one off the
let's
table.
stop there for tonight.
Alright.
And we'll start with, we'll go back downstairs. There's a guy to walk you around the building. And then we'll come back to you interacting with the beakers. Because I have to be able to read for that.
Right, and you forgot your glasses.
I forgot my glasses, I can't see anything. Did you get the minis? Oh, I gotta get onto one table.
Remember to give me back my minis.
Whose is this?
This is mine. Where's my... Can I see? I think you might have taken some of my minis. That's one of mine.
No mini.
No mix up, man. It gets, I've seen fists thrown over mini mix-ups, man. It gets pretty intense.
Very quickly as well.
My kind of fight. As I just walked in the corner.
Thank you guys. I love the notebook, man. You win player of the week.
Friendship also don't shit for less.
Oh, that's gonna be. Now talk to Richard. Richard could bring his puppet too.
Yeah, you can
Because
bring
Richard has a burst of straw.
Does the puppet give my character anything? Like,
Oh, absolutely. I mean, for sure.
An attack? You know what I mean?
I'm not sure we're gonna go that far. Let's see the puppet before I make a final decision on that.
If it has a knife, then yes.
And you make it so that it's got weaponry installed.
Yeah.
Oh, crud.
DM Richard.
Entire river,
He's
yes.
bringing a puppet next week.
Hell yeah.
There it is.
So here's the plan. Richard and I are both rushing to finish. When we finish, we're gonna try to run 3 tables of that new. What is the adventure called, Cody?
It's called like something with Pandelver.
The Curse of Fendelver, which is, you know, the introductory adventure, and then it goes into like mind flayers attacking the world. It's somehow tied to
Elder
Baldur's
Tour.
Gate.
It comes all the time. The adventure goes on. So we're going to be playing Bloodborne, people.
The books come out. I think we might already have the copies of the book, and we might have it on DVD. So I don't know if you want to buy it, but it's.
I want to be able to.
Wait, did they start the Star Fight?
Brian has a copy of DM Richard, might lend you his. I haven't bought it yet. You can buy it yourself too. I don't know how much it costs.
We're gonna enter the hunter's dream, people. We're gonna kill the moon
It looked
presence.
like it was
I'm
fine.
sorry.
No, it looked
That's
like
cool.
it was fine.